everybody! We are off to our next big adventure! Where are we going? Well, stay tuned! Well, as you can see, we're at the Coso rest area. We're about 45 minutes from Lone Pine, and that's exactly where I'm going. I'm gonna be camping at Lone Pine again. If you've been following my channel, I did that trip back in mid-May, and it was awesome, but there's a lot of things I couldn't do that time because there was a lot of snow still in the roads. So I'm kind of repeating this trip now. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and I know it's kind of late in the season to be doing this, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm stopping here for a minute and then up to Lone Pine. Now we're passing Olancha. I think, if I remember correctly, Cartago is up ahead, where they have that cute lemon house or lemon hotel, whatever, that looks like a thing out of SpongeBob. That's where we're going next. One thing that I'm super curious about is Owens Lake. When Hurricane Hillary passed through here, when was it? Like 2 or 3 months ago? It filled up Owens Lake with water. It hasn't had water in about 100 years or so. So I'm really curious to see how the lake looks. We're gonna go up to Keeler, if not today, tomorrow. Probably fly the drone there. If it's not way too windy, we'll fly the drone and see how the lake looks. I'm really curious about that. Look at that, there's a bit of fall color still, so I'm hoping that tomorrow when we go up towards Mammoth Lakes and all that area, that we see a lot more fall colors. I want to see if I can hike Owens Lake. Last time it was super covered in snow, so I couldn't do the loop around. We'll see how it looks now. Hopefully tomorrow we can hike that one. We'll see. Lone Pine, 22 miles. We're almost there. The last time I was running through here in that trip that I keep telling you guys about, all these mountain tops were covered in snow, and there's no snow now, so that's a good sign. Hopefully I'll be able to see a lot of the things that I couldn't last time because the roads were closed because they were so snowed in. So we'll see. Maybe I'm lucky. And here's the lemon hotel that I talked about. There it is, Lemon House Inn. So cute. Well, I can see Owens Lake to my right hand side, and it's full of water. I can't believe this. That lake had been dry for at least 100 years. This is amazing. Okay, you're gonna have to wait because I can't be driving and maneuvering the camera so much, but unbelievable. You might be able to see a little sneak peek to the lower right. I cannot believe how much water this lake has. It literally came back to life. That's so beautiful. Gateway to the Eastern Sierra. Woohoo! Lone Pine. Here we are, guys. I'm gonna turn into a visitor center for a little bit, and then we'll go to the campground. We are in downtown Lone Pine. Wouldn't it be awesome to live in a place like this where there's no traffic? Now, I heard that Whitney Portal Road, the one I'm turning on, was washed away on some parts during those crazy storms. So part of it is cut off. I'm gonna have to detour somewhere.
Continue on Whitney Portal Road for half a mile.
See, there's my GPS. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Look at the scenery. You got Mount Whitney back there. Ugh, This is paradise.
Turn left onto Tuttle Creek Road.
Oh yeah, there's the detour sign. So if you want to go to Alabama Hills, I wonder
Continue on Tuttle Creek Road for 4 miles.
I wonder how you would do that. Man, I have to figure that out. Wow, this is gorgeous. You can already see the typical Alabama Hills rock formations. So cool. Yeah, the way to the campground taking Whitney Portal Road was a lot easier than this one. But whatever, it's close, so we do what we gotta do. The scenery here is way more spectacular, I give you that. Way more spectacular. This is incredible.
Right onto Sunset Drive.
Cool. Here we go. Look at that Jeep. Nice. For sale.
In a quarter mile, turn right on Horseshoe Meadows Road.
Yeah, I see the campground up ahead. Got my envelope. Let's go find a spot. Okay, we're gonna go into town. I think I want to check out the Museum of Western Films or whatever it's called. We'll find out in a minute. And then we might go into Keeler. We'll see. I really want to go check out Owens Lake.
Turn right.
Turn right. Alright. And also, hang on, let me see. And also, this is the other way into campground. I want to see how this is, because if I get into camp late at night, late at night now is 4:30 or 5 p.m. When it gets dark, this might be a better road. So I want to check it out. I think I gotta turn left right up here.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Lumpkin Canyon Road.
Yep. Wow, look at Owens Lake up there. That's crazy. If Whitney Portal Road was washed away in parts after Hurricane Hillary, I can only imagine how the storm hit this place. Well, look at Death Valley. Most of Death Valley, like the back roads are still closed, and 190 opened not that long ago. So it must have been a hell of a storm over here. I was in Baja, and yeah, it did do some damage over there too. But it seems like it did a lot of damage here. Oh yeah, this is super narrow. Okay, we're good. Wow, look at these colors. I'm really hoping tomorrow we see amazing colors around Convict Lake and Mammoth. I better let this dude pass. That's a nice little RV. I wouldn't mind having one of those. Although, I don't know if I want to deal with hauling all that weight and size. I'd rather have a Sprinter, honestly. Sprinter van, nicely converted inside. That'd be the dream, right? Wow, these views are incredible. Oh, we got cows. Murr. We got the 395 in a quarter mile. Yep, I like this back road. And here we go. Okay. What's with all this freaking Teslas? Okay, we're at the film museum. Let's go in. small museum, but as you saw, it's really well put together. I liked it. And for $5, can't go wrong. Alright, let's move on to our next adventure. Okay, I was on my way to Keeler, but I had to stop here at the Dolomite Loop because there's a ton of dolomites laying on the ground. And last time I was here, it was scorching hot. I couldn't really walk around and pick good pieces. But now, let's get out of the car and check it out. So there's a mine. Looks like the mine is over there. But of course, there's a gate over there. I can't trespass. But there's all sorts of dolomite laying here. And if you can see how shiny it is. Get a piece. Hopefully the camera is gonna pick up how shiny this stuff is. Oh, look at this chunk. That's huge. And I was looking for a big one. That is gigantic. How cool is that? Check out this building. And it's called Railroad Avenue. So I'm guessing the train used to come here at some point. That's an old railroad station, I guess. Wow, that's super old. So Keeler is considered, well, I don't know if it's considered, but a lot of people say it's a semi-ghost town. And you can see why. But it's fascinating to me. I don't know why, but I find this place fascinating. And there's the swimming pool. I love it here. Well, no driving to Keeler is worth it without stopping here. Cerro Gordo, open 9 to 5. Somewhere up there in those mountains is Brent exploring his mines. Someday I'm gonna have a 4x4. I'm gonna be able to go up there, but for now, this is it. At least we come up to the sign. What's in here? Same as last time. Let me show you, if you haven't seen that video, let me show you this time. Prince Albert, we got the register, we signed it last time, and some dynamite. Alright. Someday I'm gonna go up there, check out the ghost town. But, can you hear this? Absolutely nothing. So peaceful out here. I love it. And there's Mount Whitney over there. Okay, I say we go back into Lone Pine. Okay, back at camp. I'm gonna start getting everything ready for sleeping later on and cooking. So here's my bed, and this time I have a platform. So it's cool because I can store stuff down there, and I got a lot more space. I think this is gonna be super comfy. I've never tried it yet. I'm gonna make a tour of my whole setup in some other video, but I think it's gonna be really good. Look at this amazing view behind me. Ah, so nice, so nice. Okay, let's start cooking dinner. I think I'm gonna make a steak with mashed potatoes and maybe some mushrooms sprinkle in there, because why not? Let's go. Oh, it smells amazing. Look at that view with the sun rays peeking on top of the mountain. Wow. Dinner with a view. Boiling some water, I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes, and then after dinner I'm gonna get inside the car because it's pretty cold. Well, if you're standing here just doing nothing, it's cold. If I were walking, a bit different, but you know. Right, dinner's ready. Let me show you. I'm gonna eat, clean up, get in the car. There we go. Nice steak with mushrooms and mashed potatoes. That should keep me warm for a while. A nice light cuddle in here, and I'm gonna read for a while. It's super early still. It's about 5 p.m. I think. But yeah, this is the setup for tonight. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. In next week's video, I woke up to a car covered in frost. I also witnessed incredible theogermal wonders, and unfortunately have my adventure cut short by a freak accident. So this was definitely a roller coaster of a trip that you won't want to miss. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.